Somewhere in a quiet business district, a glass showroom glows under soft light. Inside, a single car sits on a rotating platform. It looks like art, not a product. People walking past assume this building prints money effortlessly. They imagine wealthy buyers walking in daily with blank checks. They picture margins as thick as the leather seats. They picture owners collecting profit with almost no effort. That image is mostly wrong. A Mercedes-Benz dealership is not a slot machine. It is a capital-heavy machine with thin edges and hidden pressure points. It is built on financing structures most customers never see. Understanding it changes how you view every luxury showroom you pass. This is the real story behind the badge on the building. The attraction usually starts long before the numbers do. Owning a Mercedes-Benz franchise feels like owning a piece of status itself. The three-pointed star carries decades of engineering reputation. Buyers already trust the brand before they even walk through the door. That trust reduces the seller's job dramatically. Salespeople don't need to convince people Mercedes-Benz makes good cars. They only need to close the deal in front of them. Investors see something else entirely. They see stable demand from wealthy, repeat customers. They see service contracts that renew year after year. They see a brand that rarely disappears during economic downturns. This perceived stability pulls in entrepreneurs and private equity groups alike. It also attracts large multi-brand dealer conglomerates hunting for prestige assets. But attraction is never the same as guaranteed profit. Before any of that dream begins, Mercedes-Benz decides who even qualifies. The company does not hand out franchises casually. Applicants need serious liquid capital just to be considered. That often means several $1 million sitting ready before approval. Mercedes-Benz also demands proven automotive retail experience. A first-time owner usually needs an experienced operating partner too. Once approved, the real spending finally begins. The company requires a specific facility design known as the Auto House concept. This includes floor-to-ceiling glass walls and precise branded architecture. It includes exact lighting specifications down to color temperature. A single facility build or renovation can cost millions of dollars. Depending on the market, that figure can reach $15 million or more. Land alone in premium urban locations can rival the cost of the building. Then comes the inventory sitting on the lot. Dealers rarely own their cars outright from day one. They borrow money to buy them through floor plan financing. A single showroom might carry $5 to $20 million in vehicles at once. Every unit sitting unsold accrues interest daily. It accrues that interest whether it sells in a week or a season. Add certified technician training required by the manufacturer. Add diagnostic equipment and specialized tools mandated for every service bay. Total entry investment for one Mercedes-Benz store can realistically exceed $10 million. This is not a business you start with a small loan and hustle. It is a business built on serious institutional capital from day one. Once the doors finally open, the money has to come from somewhere. New car sales look like the obvious answer at first glance. But new vehicle margins in luxury retail are surprisingly thin. They often sit around 4 to 8% of the sale price. On a $70,000 sedan, that might mean just a few $1,000s profit. That number sounds small until you look closer. Manufacturer holdback quietly changes the picture. Holdback is a hidden percentage returned to the dealer after each sale. It often equals 2 to 3% of the vehicle's invoice price. It boosts real profit above what most customers ever assume. Dealer incentives add another hidden layer on top. Manufacturers reward dealers for hitting sales targets consistently. They also reward dealers for maintaining strong customer satisfaction scores. Used and certified pre-owned Mercedes-Benz vehicles often perform even better. A well-priced trade-in, reconditioned properly, can outperform a new car in margin. Certified pre-owned units can generate 10 to 20% gross margin. Financing is another quiet profit stream running in the background. When a buyer finances through Mercedes-Benz Financial Services, the dealer earns extra revenue. That revenue comes as a reserve or commission on the loan itself. Extended warranties and service contracts stack even more margin onto every deal. Those products are sometimes sold at 50% profit or higher. Insurance add-ons and accessories stack a few more percentage points on top. By the time one car deal closes, profit has come from several sources at once. It rarely comes from the sticker price alone. Still, the real engine of profitability isn't the showroom floor. It's the service department quietly working in the back. Luxury vehicles need specialized maintenance, and that maintenance carries a premium price. Labor rates for certified Mercedes-Benz technicians run well above general repair shops. Genuine parts carry premium pricing too. Some parts cost double or triple their aftermarket equivalents. Gross margins in service and parts frequently exceed 40 to 60%. This department runs on completely different logic than new car sales. It's steady, it's predictable, and it barely reacts to economic swings. Even when new car sales slow down, owners still need brakes and tires. They still need scheduled maintenance on schedule, no matter the economy. This is why experienced dealer groups treat the service bay as their real anchor. Meanwhile, floor plan financing keeps ticking quietly in the background. Every day a car sits unsold, Interest accrues on the loan behind it. Manufacturers sometimes subsidize part of that interest through floor plan assistance programs, but dealers still absorb real carrying costs on slow-moving inventory. Cash flow timing becomes its own specialized skill. Money comes in through sales, service, financing, and warranty claim. Money goes out constantly through payroll, interest, and facility upkeep. Managing that rhythm separates thriving dealers from struggling ones. Running a Mercedes-Benz store also means running a small army of specialists. Certified technicians require ongoing manufacturer training and regular recertification. Sales staff need product knowledge deep enough for sophisticated buyers. Finance managers must navigate complex loan and lease structures every single day. Facility upkeep is never optional or occasional here. Mercedes-Benz enforces brand image standards that demand constant maintenance. Signage, lighting, flooring, and even furniture must match approved specifications exactly. Marketing budgets often include mandatory co-op contributions tied to global campaigns. Insurance costs run high, given the value of vehicles sitting on the lot. A single storm or accident on the lot can mean massive financial exposure. Property taxes on prime real estate locations add another steady, unavoidable expense. All of this runs whether the showroom sells 10 cars or 50 that month. Every few years, Mercedes-Benz updates its global design standard. Dealers are often required to renovate their showrooms to stay compliant. These refresh mandates can cost hundreds of thousands of dollars per location. Some renovations climb into the millions depending on the facility size. Owners who resist upgrading risk reduced vehicle allocation from the manufacturer. Facility compliance becomes a recurring expense, not a one-time cost. Inventory carrying cost silently drains profit during slow sales periods. A single unsold vehicle sitting 90 extra days adds real financing costs. Multiply that across dozens of vehicles, and the number becomes serious fast. Interest rate changes hit floor plan debt almost immediately. When rates rise, carrying inventory becomes noticeably more expensive overnight. Manufacturer allocation control is one of the least understood risks in this business. Mercedes-Benz decides which dealers receive the most desirable, high-demand model. Top-performing dealers usually get priority access first. Newer or underperforming dealers may struggle to get the inventory customers actually want. Electric vehicle transition adds a sharper, newer risk on top of that. Mercedes-Benz has pushed hard into its EQ electric lineup in recent years. Electric vehicles require far less scheduled maintenance than combustion engines. Fewer oil changes and simpler drivetrains mean fewer visits to the service bay. If EV adoption accelerates, that steady service profit engine could shrink significantly. In parts of Europe, Mercedes-Benz has already shifted toward an agency sales model. Under this model, the manufacturer sets the price directly. Dealers earn a fixed commission instead of negotiating their own sales margin. This structure can compress dealer profit and reduce independence compared to before. Franchise agreements also include termination clauses tied to performance and compliance. Losing exclusive territory rights can happen if manufacturer standards aren't consistently met. Regional economic shifts and luxury tax changes hit high-ticket sales hardest first. Many new owners underestimate just how capital-intensive this business really is. They focus on brand prestige and forget about strict cash flow discipline. Overbuilding a facility beyond what the local market supports drains capital fast. Carrying too much inventory in a slow market multiplies floor plan interest quickly. Ignoring the service department in favor of chasing new car sales is a common mistake. When luxury demand dips during a recession, thin new car margins evaporate fast. Dealers with weak service retention lose their most stable income stream first. Owners who fail to modernize for the EV transition risk falling behind competitors. Rising interest rates can quietly crush thin-margin dealers carrying heavy inventory debt. Franchise compliance costs catch undercapitalized owners off guard almost every time. The businesses that survive long-term almost always run disciplined, diversified operations. So is owning a Mercedes-Benz dealership actually a money-printing machine? The honest answer is more nuanced than the perception suggests. It can be extremely profitable, but only with scale and disciplined management. Strong service retention matters more than most outsiders ever realize. The real profit rarely comes from selling shiny new cars alone. It comes from the service bay, financing income, and loyal repeat customers. New car sales function more like a doorway than the actual destination. Capital requirements stay steep, and the margin for error remains thin. Manufacturer control over pricing, allocation, and facility standards limits true independence. The EV transition and Europe's agency model shift add real uncertainty ahead. For well-capitalized operators with sharp management, it remains a resilient, prestigious business. For undercapitalized owners chasing status alone, it can quietly become a financial trap. The badge on the building suggests effortless wealth from the outside. The real story is a carefully engineered system of margins and manufacturer control. Money does flow through a Mercedes-Benz dealership constantly, day after day, but it flows through very specific, tightly managed channel. It is nowhere near as effortless as most people driving past ever assume.